Today we will start our journey from the Kubuchi Desert in China. A place that people once called not just a desert, they called it the Sea of Death, because life here meant slowly disappearing. Every year, thousands of acres of fertile land were silently buried under the sand. Agricultural land turned into desert, plants withered, and people were forced to leave their homes. All around were only waves of sand, hot wind, and a terrible silence. It seemed that life was slowly losing ground here. The most terrible thing was, this desert did not stop. It was getting bigger every year. Villages, roads, crop fields, everything was slowly swallowing it up. This process is called desertification. That is, where there was once life, only desert gradually formed, and Kubuchi was one of the most terrible examples of this. China has tried many things to stop this desert. It has spent billions of dollars, planted trees, and undertaken major projects, but nothing was working. It seemed that people were losing this war. Just then, a man came forward. His name was Wang Wenbiao. He came up with an idea that everyone laughed at first. Spending his own savings and taking loans, he started an impossible mission in the heart of the desert. Bulldozers, workers, and hard work day and night. All of this started the war. He started making small squares with dry bushes on the desert sand, then he planted a willow tree inside that square. This tree is no ordinary tree, its roots can go deep into the ground to find water. This tree can survive where other trees cannot, but the problem did not end there. The desert wind was so strong that it was difficult for the new trees to survive. The wind would blow away the sand, drying up even the slightest moisture in the soil. So Wang came up with a new strategy. He surrounded the area with bushes so that the wind could not hit it directly. This small idea was the beginning of a big change. People were still laughing. They said, "The man is crazy, he is planting trees in the desert." But he did not stop, not a day, not a month. He continued to work for years. He stood against the scorching sun, the dust storms, the failures, everything. Gradually, some trees survived. The sand began to recede little by little. It seemed, the impossible might actually be possible. But then a new problem arose. The trees had to be pruned regularly, otherwise they would not be strong. It was almost impossible to do this work with humans in such a vast desert. And right then the most amazing thing happened. A small animal started this work. A rabbit. A special breed of rabbit was brought here, the Rex rabbit. The fur of this rabbit is so soft and valuable that it is called white gold. But the real secret was elsewhere. Rex rabbits love to eat the new tender branches of the willow tree. As a result, they would eat the extra branches of the tree, and the main trunk of the tree would become thicker, stronger and more permanent. In other words, the work that humans had to do by hand, was being done by the rabbits themselves. It didn't end there. Their dung began to act as a natural fertilizer. The dead soil came back to life, they ate grass, and spread the seeds back into the soil. After a few days, it was seen. Where there was only sand before, grass was slowly growing. A new cycle was created, nature and animals began to work together. Gradually, the desert stopped. The soil moisture returned, the wind weakened, and within a few years, the dead land began to turn green. But this change did not stop only in nature. It also changed people's lives. Local people were encouraged to raise rabbits, their fur began to be sold, and incomes began to increase. Those who had once left this place returned. Life returned to the village. Children's laughter returned. People started working in the empty fields again. But Wang did not stop there. He understood. It is not enough to just plant trees. This place must be changed in such a way that it can survive in the future. So he built a huge solar power plant in the middle of the desert. Thousands of solar panels are made in the shape of a running horse. From a distance, it looks like a huge black horse is running across the desert. But this plant does not only generate electricity. It slows down the wind. It creates shade below. And grass grows again under that shade. There are rabbits, sheep, ducks, all of them have created a new ecosystem, where technology and nature are working together. Where once there was only death and destruction, today, life has returned to that place. Today, this model is not only in China, many countries in the world are following it. Because it has taught people to believe anew, that development is possible without destroying nature, and the biggest lesson of this story is, no matter how much people laugh at you, If your belief is true, then don't stop, because those who have done great things in history, in the beginning, people called them all crazy,